Hare Krishna. There was one cobbler who is a devotee of Lord Sri Krishna. His daily activity was he will sew some chappals and shoes from customers. With that money, he will buy Bhagavad Gitas and he will try to distribute those Bhagavad Gitas to as many people as possible. That is his daily activity. One time, one Smartha Brahmin comes to him and gives his chappals without any respect and asks that cobbler to sew them. Then cobbler devotee received those chappals very humble way and he started sewing. Then Smartha Brahmin in murmuring way he murmured like all useless people are acting like a Brahmins and degrading the importance of Brahmin community. So by the time that cobbler devotee finished the sewing the chappals and asked, "My dear sir, it is finished. Please have a check on your chappals." Then Smartha Brahmin replied, "Yes, very nice, perfect. How much can I pay you?" Then cobbler devotee replied, "Sir, before that, I want to tell you something, sir. Kindly spare some time with me. Please see this." Like that, he have handed over one Bhagavad Gita to him. Then Smartha Brahmin seen that and said, "Bhagavad Gita?" Then cobbler devotee replied, "Yes, sir, exactly. This week is called Gita Jayanti, means Bhagavad Gita appearance day. Looks like you are very learned person. Why can't you give this Bhagavad Gita to your friends or colleagues?" By hearing this, Smartha Brahmin became very angry and he told like this, "Hello, Mr. Cobbler. Remember that you are a cobbler and mind your work, okay? By wearing a Brahmanical dress, you cannot become a Brahmin. One has to take birth in a Brahminical family." By hearing this, cobbler devotee innocently seeing the Brahmin, then Smartha Brahmin continued like this. Nowadays, it has become a fashion that unqualified people presenting themselves as Brahmins without seeing their birth, family, background, and cheating others. One will get Brahmin qualities only if he taken birth in the Brahminical family. Mind it. And don't tell Bhagavad Gita to me. I know everything in Bhagavad Gita. So like this, Smartha Brahmin, very angry and very pride mode, he replied to cobbler devotee. But meanwhile, there was a one young preacher ISKCON devotee walking aside and hearing the conversation between cobbler devotee and Smartha Brahmin, and he stopped there and asking like this, "Oh, you know everything in Bhagavad Gita?" Then Smartha Brahmin replied to a young preacher devotee that, "Yes, I know everything." Then young preacher devotee asked the Smartha Brahmin that, "Can you please explain about the 4th chapter, 13th shloka of Bhagavad Gita?" Then Smartha Brahmin became very anxiety and told, "Oh, yesterday only I learned this shloka, but I am not able to recall that," and he acting like reciting the shloka. Then young preacher devotee told, "What, sir? You forgotten the shloka?" Then Smartha Brahmin told, "Oh, not like that, but I am thinking whether the shloka is there in Bhagavad Gita or not." By hearing that, young preacher devotee with exclamatory expression said, "Hare Krishna." And by seeing cobbler devotee with his humble words asked, "Prabhuji, can you recite?" Then cobbler devotee recite for 4th chapter 13th shloka of Bhagavad Gita very nicely. "Chaturvarnyam maya shrishtam guna karma vibhagashaha tasya kartaram apimam vidyakartaram avyayam. Then Smartha Brahmin, by hearing this shloka, by broadening his eyes and telling, "Hey, you should not recite, you are not the Brahmin." Then young preacher devotee said, Sir, let me explain the meaning." And he started reading the translation. According to the three modes of material nature and the work associated with them, the four divisions of human society are created by me. And although I am the creator of this system, you should know that I am yet the non-doer, being unchangeable. Then Smartha Brahmin told, "I did not understood anything." Then young preacher devotee told, "I know that, sir. Let me explain. So all four varnas will be divided not by birth, but by guna and karma. Means according to the modes of material nature and work associated by them. For example, the son of High Court judge cannot become a High Court judge if he doesn't have the particular qualification. Similarly, by taking the birth in a Brahminical family, one cannot become a Brahmin. One should have the quality of a Brahmin." Then by hearing this, Smartha Brahmin said, "Oh, is it? That is interesting." Then young preacher devotee continued, "Even one can be a Shudra or Chandala or Mlecha. If he has the quality of a Brahmin, then we have to consider him as a Brahmin and we have to respect him. There is no doubt in that. And if one is from Brahmin family with Shudra qualities, then we have to consider him as a Shudra." Then by hearing this, Smartha Brahmin replied, "Then why there are different types of varnas? There can be only one varna. No, only Brahmanas." Then young preacher devotee replied, "If you are having only head and other parts like hands, knees, legs are not working, can you survive?" Then Smartha Brahmin replied, "No, absolutely not." Then young preacher devotee replied, "So similarly, in order to make the society balanced and peaceful, we need these four varnas. It doesn't mean that Brahmins are great and Shudras are not great. Everybody is important. How much Brahmin importance is there, same importance is there for Shudra. If people understand this, then there won't be any disturbances. Lord Sri Krishna did not told Janma Vamsa Vibhagashaha. Lord Sri Krishna told Guna Karma Vibhagashaha." Then by hearing this, Smartha Brahmin became emotional and he asked, "What are the qualities of Brahmin?" Then young preacher devotee recited from 18th chapter 42nd shloka of Bhagavad Gita, "Shamo dhamastapah saucham shantir arjavam evacha jnanam vijnanam astikhyam brahma karma swabhavajam." Peacefulness, self-control, austerity, purity, tolerance, honesty, knowledge, wisdom and religiousness. These are the natural qualities by which the Brahmanas work. Then Smartha Brahmin, by hearing this, he started crying and seeing cobbler devotee and said, "He has all qualities of Brahmin." Then young preacher devotee said, "No, he is not a Brahmin, he is a Vaishnava, who is greater than Brahmin. He is pure devotee of the Lord." Then Smartha Brahmin asked cobbler devotee, "How you have got these divine qualities, even though you are working as a cobbler?" Then cobbler devotee answered, "Simply by chanting the holy names of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare." Then Smartha Brahmin replied, "Oh, I will also chant. I will also start chanting, and I am very sorry, my dear friend. This young man would have not come. I may not get I may not got the concept of Varna system and glories of Vaishnava. Please forgive me, and I will take not only one book, I will take 10 Bhagavad Gita books and will distribute to people, and I will spread this spirit of Bhagavad Gita to as many people as possible. By hearing this, young preacher devotee said, Hari Bol, Hari Hari Bol. Then, by seeing all this, the cobbler devotee said, All is Krishna's plan. Hare Krishna. By this, the story ends. Hare Krishna.